Don't judge me because I'm beautiful. Judge me because I like to finger an apple pie with mayonnaise. Queerly disturbed.
A public access show. Produced by Jon'Moll and Harley Quinn. Featuring Kalorie Karbdashian for RUPAUL'S Drag Race Season 10.
Tonight at 11, we have a very, very special guest. She is sass class and a whole lot of ass. My auntie, my other mother, Miss Kalorie Karbdashian.
Yeah. So,
So what's cooking good looking?
What's cooking? How are you?
I'm good.
Good.
I'm good.
You look fabulous.
Thanks.
I
Especially
was-
after the weekend I had.
How was your weekend?
It was jam-packed. It was my viewing party that I'm doing at Social Club with my
Yes.
co-host Jessica K. Daniels. We're
Love her.
watching Drag Race on Fridays. Then Saturday went out to Chocolate Factory, produced
So
by Dion
fun.
Doll and Miss Avery Martini. And of course, probably partied too much. Then Sunday, I had a full brunch gig. Then we had Deja Williams, Fuck Cancer show. So it was a pretty jam-packed day yesterday.
That's honestly, I feel that we had a pretty packed weekend too. But
Yeah.
like, you having the viewing party is like really, it's a lot. So
It's
like
a lot.
So
Especially,
you've
like,
been
have to-
busy.
Have to talk and entertain people for an hour.
Yep.
How has the viewing party been?
It's been really good. I'm really impressed with the success that has been coming with it. And I mean, I'm not making like money or whatever. It's to help benefit the Social Club, but more in just in the sense of the success for Social Club. Like, it's been jam packed, and we're only 5 episodes in,
Yeah.
and I believe like we have like another 10 more. So it's been really nice. It's been really cool seeing a bunch of different people that I have never even seen go to Social Club or at Social Club. So it's
Isn't
been
that
really
wild?
I know, right? It's weird because I'm
Like-
like, I know everyone here, but I don't know you.
Right.
Why don't I know you?
There'll be so many times at karaoke I'm like, who the hell is this person that just walked in?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, well, come back, please.
Some were saying, please don't come back.
Please don't. Yeah. Yep.
My partner and I went to the viewing party, I think a couple weeks ago. I think for episode 3, maybe.
Oh yeah, that's when you
2
were
or
sitting in the
3?
back.
Yeah, we.
right?
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
She said you were in the back.
I'm a voyeur.
behind the
I
curtain.
love to
Yeah,
watch it.
yeah, just doing all the voyeurism on the L of the bar and just just watching away. And
Yes.
I loved it. You host it very well. I love that you have your own little like queerly disturbed moment on the stage, and like just I love that you get to talk about like the really big part of drag culture you've been a part of, and you get to like do that here.
And I love talking shit, bitch. That's
Yeah,
like more than I love eating. Well, no, actually, I love eating more. Eating and then talking shit. Like that is my thing to do. But I will say that I do feel very blessed, kind of like what you had said about drag culture. Like, I was brought up in drag before it was so mainstream. So it was very much like the underground stuff, pageant girls, big hair kind of moment.
Yeah.
And I'm really grateful that I did, but I'm also like so young, wink. I'm so young that I still get to now experience the evolution of drag.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
with you two, and particularly who shout out to both of y'all for like changing the game up and around in here,
Thank you.
doing the
Thank you.
thing, creating wonderful looks. Like, you're my favorite bearded performer here in
Oh,
town.
thank you. I appreciate
Aw.
that. Thank you.
Carly, you're just my favorite weirdo.
Thank you.
Enough said, yeah. But I just love it, and I love that this art form has blossomed so much.
Yeah, I do too. Because when I was, before I was even doing drag, when I was getting just really more acquainted in just gay world, I had come out, I had been on like gay dating sites and kind of socializing.
Emma, which one was your favorite?
Grinder was my favorite for a minute.
girl.
Yeah, I was so.
Really?
Emma,
Oh
give me
yeah, I did.
scruff,
I
bitch,
did
the
like
daddy.
Grinder.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I did like Grinder.
Maybe I'm just a
But-
good girl. I liked Hinge.
Well, one of the first
The fuck?
people
I know.
one of the first like people that I met and actually like met in person from Grindr was someone who was doing drag. So they brought me to a show. And it was when Sonique was here for the Make-A-Wish, I
Oh my
think.
god. No, was it? No, it wasn't Make a Wish. It
No,
was
yeah. It was at
the Stars of Tomorrow
Yes.
at the fairgrounds.
Yes.
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 I still remember.
And yeah, my friend Lizzie and I went, I think, and we took a picture with you.
Like back closer to the back by like the little beams.
Yes.
I think. Or like
yes.
I remember. Yes, I remember.
And I think it was Probably when you were either going to go film Drag Race or after. It was around that timeline. I just remember by the hair.
Yeah.
And I was, and
That,
it
the
was,
blonde one with the roots.
uh-huh,
Yes, bitch.
uh-huh.
Yes.
And I got to meet Sonique. And from there, I was like, and before that, I was already watching Drag Race and stuff, seeing it from Vine. And I was like, I want to give it a try. And like, because I'd seen drag since I was a child, even from like Sherry Vine on YouTube.
Yes.
And people like that. So it's really cool to see you like still be around, because there's a lot of people also like from before we were around that don't do drag here as much.
Yes.
And like, it's really cool to see like what you're doing. And like, yeah, it's been fun.
One of those days, I'm going to be one of those girls that doesn't do anymore either. I'm just kidding. I actually want to be like Larry Aguilar.
Oh, yes, me
Bitch,
too.
At 67
Me
doing
too,
drag.
yeah.
Like, bitch, shout out to Larry Aguilar.
Yeah,
love Larry.
shout out to
Um,
Larry.
Wonderful Cher impersonator, just wonderful performer.
I have a really
I-
good Larry Aguilar impression.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
What?
I do this all the time for Cobain. I go, "You're a very handsome woman." We love you, Larry.
Are you here, Larry? That was like spot on. That
love
was
Larry
so
Aguilar.
I've
spot
made
on.
Cobain like fall on the bar.
Oh, bitch,
That
too
day when
much.
we all did that fucking movie,
Oh yeah,
that was so funny.
That was so, bitch. That was actually when I fell in love with Larry.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
Getting to really like talk to.
Mhm.
She's a shady old bitch.
Yeah, I love
And
her.
I love it.
I love it too.
I live
She's
for
so
it.
fun, and her drag is really good.
Yeah,
I
mean,
really like
it's
it.
better than
She
some of
did
these
that
girls
fish
now.
thing
Yeah.
for Tingley Beach, and I
Oh my
saw that
God,
and I was
she
like,
was-
"Oh my god, that's
mhm.
fucking
flopping
funny."
around on
Yes.
the fucking stage.
Mhm.
That dumbass bitch.
So how long have you been doing drag? When did you first start and get acquainted in the world of it?
So I had started the first time I had ever gotten really exposed to it was when I had seen like a replay episode of season 2 on VH1, and or maybe it was Loco, I can't remember, but it was like a replay, and it, it had already been out for a while, and I seen Jujubee, and I was like, God, she's so
Love
beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, Miss Jujubee, on Queen of All Seasons.
Love
Always a
her.
bridesmaid, never a bride.
Okay, bitch. So I saw her and I just like fell really in love with her. Started like I loved her makeup aesthetic because she was still very soft and feminine, but she was still painted. So I
Mhm.
loved it. So started doing that. Then it was in 2013. I had my first show here in Albuquerque. Mainly because like it was more like cross dressing. I wouldn't say like like I was a real drag queen yet, but I came and did my first show here in Albuquerque. I was still living in Roswell. Then and then once I had my first performance, I was hooked. But then it wasn't really until like 2000. When did I break up with that one bastard?
Honestly,
And I'm not gonna say his name because he don't even deserve that.
Mm-mm.
Um,
no.
I want to say we broke up in 2015. Oh no, it was 2016. So when we broke up, that's when I really got immersed into drag. I started performing regularly. There was like some issues, some jealousy that he didn't like with me because of all the attention that I was getting. So I didn't really do it all that much, but I really got invested in like 2016.
That's
So-
cool.
Yeah.
So it's like 8 years.
Yeah.
Maybe, give or take.
Yeah, 8 years.
8 years.
That's super cool. That's really iconic. I like knew about it probably since maybe, like I said, I saw it since I was a kid, but I didn't really actually know of it as as a culture, like a
Right.
social culture, till probably like 2015, maybe 16, maybe even 14. Like I remember I saw All-Stars 1 of Drag Race.
Oh yeah.
Like the worst, like
Classic.
the worst, but the
The teens.
classic. Oh, it was so bad. But I fell in love.
Latrilla.
I fell in love with
Latrilla.
Jujubee and Latrice, and like it
Mhm.
was really enjoyable to see it. And like I grew up watching like Mrs. Doubtfire as well, so
Oh,
you just
yeah.
see it everywhere.
I think I got exposed to drag about 2017 because that's about because I didn't start watching Drag Race first. I watched first.
Oh
That was-
yes, with Trixie and Katya.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
It was like, oh my god, this is so fucking funny. These two women are just they just sit and talk, and I mean, look at what we did.
I mean, look at where we're now. Look at where we're at now.
Any excuse to just go in and not lip sync, I'm like, all right.
Bitch, okay. Pay me more for this. I'd
But
rather
isn't
do
that
this.
wild?
Or I'll take less of a pay to do this.
Mood.
Mood.
Very,
Yeah.
very much.
But yeah, and then I think seeing Trixie a lot, like I followed her makeup journey, and I was like, oh yeah, well,
Yep.
it's very inspiring to see that fucking monstrous mess turn into a successful mess.
I love
Yeah.
her.
I love her.
Yeah, I
Her
love her a
makeup's
lot.
really good.
It is really fun. I do like the big paint. It's
No,
fun.
no, no. I mean, like her makeup products. Her makeup products
Oh,
are
I
really
haven't
good.
tried her makeup. Have you tried her makeup brand?
Yeah, actually, I have an eyeshadow palette, and I was just notified today that my package shipped because I ordered her hotline liner.
Oh, cute.
Um,
so
which
excited.
Trixie, if you happen to see this, I'm really upset with your processing days because I wanted to use it for this weekend, and I bought that on sale day. So I'm mad at you, girl. I'm mad at you. I
I'm
hope
gonna
you see this.
I'm gonna pay
Favoritism.
I'm gonna pay YouTube
Favoritism.
promo to push this in the algorithm so Trixie has to see
Oh
it.
my god,
Oh my
imagine,
God.
that'd be so iconic.
Trixie would be like,
Uh,
"Who in the hell are these whores?"
I haven't tried her makeup yet. I want
It's
to
actually
though.
really good.
I
Yeah.
tried Kimchi's face powder though. I've been using that lavender one, and I'm
Puff,
like,
puff,
damn,
pass,
bitch.
girl.
I'm like, this stuff is
Mhm.
nice.
I mean, I'm very accustomed to puff puff pass, but that powder is, I don't know, it's even better than Cody.
yeah, I really like it.
I'm
And
out,
the
cancel
fucking
me.
the stupid ass fucking TikTok coupon too. I was like, wow, $8. You got
Girl,
me.
hell
I was
yeah,
like, you
girl.
got me.
I bought me
Fucking.
4 of them at one time, and I only
Oh,
paid
I-
like $40. So I got them
Oh,
for
I
like
love
less than
that.
$10.
Yes.
I was like, hell yeah.
So worth it.
So what influences your style and like how you do drag and
So I guess like my style is I love to be the most beautiful, but also the most stupid. Like I love being a
Like Sherry Moan.
Well, I said beautiful, not a brick. I'm just kidding, Sherry. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding,
She's
bitch.
watching the episode.
Is she
going,
gonna she gonna she
yeah,
gonna
you're
fuck
right.
me up? She gonna take those titties and choke me out? No, I'm really just kidding. I'm really just kidding. But very much that sense, and that's also why I love Sherry's drag is because she's all about being beautiful, bimbo, big boobs
Mhm. I love
situation. I like to be big ass. You know, I
really
just
bodacious?
yeah, you know, like, and I love being stupid and making people laugh. And I'm just not afraid to do stupid things, but I definitely strive to be pretty but stupid.
I love that.
I do too.
Honestly, my favorite thing that probably you've ever done that I've seen in person at one of your shows is when you feed people chicken nuggets and you bring
Yes.
food and you feed people. Oh, I love
The
it so
pizza.
much.
I guess you can call me or not call me, but I guess you could say that I'm super into
She said,
fetish.
"Don't call me. I'll block your
Yeah.
number."
Don't call me, or what's that one song? Text. Don't call me. It girl. Anyways.
Yes.
Yes.
But I really just find it funny, like feeding people, and I think it's the most random, like chaotic thing because like people don't think, oh, I'm gonna go to a drag show and get fed by a drag queen,
Right.
Like,
no.
and I just think
no.
it's so stupid. Like I've done chicken nuggets, I've done cheeseburgers, I've done Twinkies, I've done pizza, I've done.
I remember the pizza one because you did the Elwood's number, and then you had pizza. It was at like Damasio's, and then you were like,
Oh yeah,
yeah."
I did Elwood's first, and then the second one
Mhm.
because I have my little rhinestone pizza slice.
Mhm.
Oh, I love that.
It's
That's
rhinestone.
so
Bitch,
cute.
the mushrooms are so cute.
That's so
Oh.
adorable.
But yeah, but I just love it. I love to be stupid. I love to have a good time. I want to make people laugh. But like, don't get me wrong. I want to still like serve glamour
Of
and
course,
sexy.
of
and, like,
course, yeah.
But yeah, but that's.
I do love when you dip your toe into like some spooky stuff too.
Oh,
Like,
and don't get me wrong.
when we did the show for Victoria Elizabeth Black,
Oh yeah,
and you did that Care Bear that was like,
the bloody Care Bear.
oh my god,
Yeah.
I was seriously sitting there like, bitch.
I can be a little twisted. I mean, my favorite time of the year is Halloween. So I love horror movies, spooky movies, you know, witches, dragons, all of that. Like that is just totally my realm, which you wouldn't guess by the way I look.
No, but you are witchy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you are witchy.
My
so.
persona, I guess if you will, is like total opposite of Kalorie. Like Daniel likes to have tattoos and gauged ears, and Kalorie is like beautiful and glamorous and rhinestone necklaces and like
Right, and she's
it's kind of
just
just
lovely.
like polar opposite of me.
Yeah.
Um,
But it also is like it is like you though. It's like
Right.
so very much you
Yeah.
at the same time.
if you really know me, you're like, okay,
Yeah.
bitch,
Yeah.
you one of the girls. But yeah, but I definitely love to try to do different alternative things. But I can't help but just be beautiful.
No, not at all. No, you actually can't help but be one of the fishiest girls. And I said it, I think, in the first episode of this show that
This
you're
is
also a
true.
makeup assassin. Like
This is
you,
true.
and I'm pretty sure I remember seeing somewhere on TikTok, I think within my my FYP or somewhere on YouTube, you were clocked by someone as like actually a fierce makeup girl, and it was like actually she's one of the Drag Race girls that is very well versed in the face, and you always turn out for camera, for picture, for real for
Well, tell me
stage,
more.
like you really turn out with makeup,
And I do. That's probably my favorite part about getting in drag is the cosmetics.
and it
Yeah,
shows.
it
It
shows.
shows how much you enjoy it.
And I just recently started liquid blush. Try it.
Oh, do you like
it's
it?
So
Bitch.
fun.
Bitch.
I-
Game changer.
I use the powder blush because I've recently been making my contour like a 3-color process. So I do like a dark brown and
Have
then
you
a
not done that
blush.
every time?
No, for a while I just did brown and blush. I just did brown and blush. It was like, yeah, no, it wasn't cute. Now I'm doing
Makeup community, drag her.
Slay
Drag
her.
her.
Sipping on that
Um,
true tea, honey.
now I'm doing like a brown and then I fill it in with blush, and then I learned it from Crystal Versace on TikTok. She does she takes a light cool gray and she fills in with the cool tones, and I do it under and I do it over so I can really, and I've been trying to get a bit more versed in showing the makeup, but you really turn out as well. Like you definitely know all the tips.
I try. But that's my favorite part. What's your guys' favorite part about drag? I guess the getting ready process.
Oh, I think my favorite part is probably seeing my base. Like once the eyebrow is fully blocked, you got your foundation on, and just seeing the blank canvas.
Where you just look like a naked mole rat.
Yes.
And not even the cute one from Kim Possible. Like this is
No,
a
like
ugly
a puffed
Nick
up
Emerald.
one. Yeah.
Voldemort.
No, yeah, like
Full
punk.
I think he's
Voldemort.
handsome.
Okay, listen. I'll hear your case.
My favorite part is finishing the makeup, first of all, because I do like doing makeup, but I always have said that makeup is kind of anxiety thing for me, and that's why I shaved my eyebrows off, because I was like, I'm gonna make this as easy as
Oh
possible.
my god, you're so lucky.
I was like, we're gonna make this an easy process, because gluing them down, I hated it. So I like it when my favorite part is when I finish it and when I can get to like the finishing touches, like the clothes and the hair. That's like one of my fave parts, because I love the fashion part of drag.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like I love getting my body ready. I love once I get the cincher on and everything's like fully ready to go and now be clothed, and I love it.
Not
It's
for
so
me.
fun.
Once I do
No.
the makeup, I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to.
Yeah, you're like, I don't want to do anything else.
I don't want to do anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also not one of those people that can like do their makeup every day.
No.
I'm not.
No.
I am not one of those people.
No.
I won't. I
Nope.
refuse.
When I shaved my brows off, I did eyebrows every day for a while, and I would do like the hair stroke eyebrows, because I was like, I need this to look real. And then one day I was like, I am sick of this. And once I did bearded drag, I was like, I don't need to have eyebrows anymore, because
That's
who the
right.
fuck
Girl,
cares?
and they
the
have
distribution system.
those tattoo eyebrows now.
Exactly.
That are like,
like
Exactly.
Plastic Tiara uses those ones.
well, she uses lace front eyebrows.
Those are
Oh
wild.
yeah, the lace
Oh,
front
you know
eyebrows
how
are
expensive
crazy.
those are?
Yeah, those
I
things
could
are
not imagine.
wild.
Bitch, $60 for one pair?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, no,
Girl,
thank you.
You got me
It's too
fucked
much.
up.
Mm-mm.
But I mean,
Mm-mm.
she is absolutely gorgeous.
Well,
so
yeah.
it does make sense that I see it, and I'm like, all right, well, for you it makes sense. It's worth it. But like, hell no,
No,
I'm
ma'am.
not doing that.
I'm a man in a wig. I ain't trying to fool nobody. I'm a beautiful man in a wig, but I ain't trying to fool nobody. I am not. Well, so you'll get the hair strokes. done.
No, yeah, same. Yeah, the hair strokes are. I don't even draw eyebrows on for drag anymore. I'm like an eyebrowless girl now.
Well, you
I
wear a
love
lot of
that look,
bangs
though.
though, so it's kind of like
I agree. I will not if I'm wearing a bang for the entire night. I will not do my eyebrows. I
yeah, why
refuse.
not?
There's
Right? Because why
no
would you?
point.
Right. I've been trying to now learn and try to get the hang of doing the twist and cut bang, because this is a lace front that I just was like, I'm
Oh,
gonna give this a
damn,
bang
okay.
because what the fuck ever. And I get bored of them, and putting on a lace front sometimes I'm like, this is annoying as shit. So I just decide to give them bangs sometimes, and it's fun.
and it works.
Yeah, it's
And
a
then
good
that way, when
time.
you like go to lift your head up, you're not seeing like full harsh front. You just got all that lace.
She's
Mhm,
giving
mhm.
scalp penny.
No, yeah, she's got a little scalp going on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what do you have going on for what do you have going on for your viewing party, and what do you have going on for the future as far as maybe like your drag or your style and things like that?
As far as like future plans, I'm definitely like a live in the moment kind of person.
Me too.
But I mean, there's definitely some goals. I would love to go back to All Stars. I just
That was
talking
actually
about
one of my
that.
questions I had written. I was going to ask you
oh
if you ever
good
wanted
two
to.
for one, 2 for 1.
Cute.
I would love to go back to All Stars mainly because like I just don't feel I didn't represent myself the way that I wanted to represent myself, which I know it's so cliche. We hear it from every real girl, blah, blah.
Right.
But like it really like the person that I see on that screen the 2 times I watched it, I don't know him. I don't know her. Like
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Except
Yeah.
I was so scared and I was so new to TV sets, cameras, lights. I was just this little fat gay kid from Roswell. Like
Right.
I had never really been experienced into TV. Like so Drag Race, when they called me and everything got on, like I was new to this world. I didn't even think I was gonna get on. I did it.
Right.
I did
It
it
was
as
when you
breakup
least
revenge.
expected it. Oh my God.
Yeah, no,
word.
really quick story. Breakup revenge. We broke up. Things were just not very good. It was that one that I told you about.
Yes.
We're not gonna name him. And on New Year's Day, he kicked me out of the house on a holiday. Yes, I know how fucked up, right? So my thing was like, and then auditions were like, hey, audition for season 10. And I was like,
Right.
you think you're gonna get me out of your house, bitch? I'm gonna be in your fucking television every fucking week.
Wow.
Yeah. So
That's a serve. I
Oh,
never
it-
knew that.
bitch, it
That's
was great.
amazing.
It was the best breakup revenge I had ever.
Wow.
It was just good. It was.
Well, and it just really makes you want to revel in the fact that you did it. Because
It's
that's what
real.
I would do, where you're
True.
like, I fucking got on that set and like,
Boom.
Nothing
work.
is better
Like,
than
take
a
it.
good serving of revenge.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
amazing.
And I will say it was sad because his life wasn't in an upward trajectory.
Oh, yeah.
So I will say that I do feel bad about that. 'Cause-
Right. You still have feelings and empathy.
Yeah, because there was some shitty stuff that happened to him, poor guy. But yeah, my life was just getting great.
Yeah, you
I
were like,
was-
bye, girl.
Yeah, I was getting all the D in different cities and different hoes in different area
Area
codes.
Yes.
But yeah, but I didn't really know what to do. I didn't really know what to expect. Like now it's so much different.
Right.
I'm like, put me in front of the camera, bitch. I will give you
Right,
what you
because now you're
need.
ready.
And so, yeah, I also feel it at that time, my character wasn't developed. I had just really started pursuing into drag because of that relationship that ended. I was finally able to express myself, do everything.
Mhm.
And so now it's just more developed. I have more concepts. I just have more under my belt. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
I just have so much more to get. But
Right.
I would love to get back on All Stars. I'm also just continuing the viewing party. I'm pretty sure the viewing party will be mine from now on. I hope, Social Club.
Yes.
let
Good.
A
Yes.
girl will stay if you keep her. Okay, take a chance
Well,
with
and
a
you've
smart
been
fat
running
girl.
it well.
Yeah,
Like
so far.
when I was just chilling in the back and watching and everything, you have it structured very well. You get the time going.
Mhm.
The time where you talk, you keep it within a nice timeline to get the
Yes.
show
Mhm.
started.
Well,
And
secretly, it's the commercial breaks.
but you pay
Always.
attention
Always.
well. You pay attention very well.
Yes.
Like you're good at overseeing.
I'm good at reading the room.
Yes, exactly,
much so.
exactly.
Hello, trauma. No, I'm just kidding.
Mood.
Queerly disturbed. So yeah, we definitely want to do that. We're doing a bunch of Fierce Fridays. I'm gearing up for Pride already.
Hell yeah.
So our Pride Week
It's
is
gonna be
already.
right around the
I'm already
corner.
booked, bitch. Friday through
Mhm.
Sunday. So we're preparing for that. I've been trying to keep an eye out for more drag queen roles in like TV sets and movies and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Because we did that movie together. Which when is it gonna come out? Like, come on.
It's been in the fucking festivals, and I'm like, okay, so no
Can't they send
streamers
us a
have-
copy?
I was like, so
Can you-
streamers
oh,
haven't
Like,
picked
send
it
me a
up,
link.
right?
Watch them be like,
Yeah,
actually, we
no.
sealed away this film, and no one will get to see
Oh,
it for 30
if
years.
Luke,
I'd be
okay, yeah, actually,
heartbroken.
can we get a camera on me real quick?
We all look the opposite direction.
Luke Guilford, if you shelve that movie, I'm gonna find you. And start sucking. Queerly disturbed.
You have taken Fester. You've stolen him from us. All that I could forgive. But Debbie, pastels, queerly disturbed.
Eat my coochie. Nom 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 nom. Eat my coochie.
Queerly disturbed.
I'm not a calculator. Queerly disturbed.
Another day around the sun and I still look just as bad. Queerly disturbed.
People always ask me about my childhood, but I didn't have a childhood, so I'm choosing to live my childhood right now. I like fast men, fast cars, and fast food. Queerly disturbed.
Your booty hole is showing. It's a little brown. Queerly disturbed.
Anyways, little get the off the internet and stay in a child's place.
Oh, okay. Born to forced to wipe.
You need to leave.
Queerly disturbed.
One thing my mother always told me when I was a little girl, that adults are out of their minds.
Are you a fat girl and hate walking in heels? Well, let me tell you, it's okay. Fats for flats. Queerly disturbed. But yeah, but I'm trying to do that stuff because it was just fun. I
Yeah.
think TV sets and film crew, and I just think it's a good time. And don't even get me started on food on set.
Oh,
catering.
same.
Or what is it called? Craft?
Yeah, oh,
Crafty?
I loved that
Crafty?
crafty. Yeah, no.
Girl, the
Yeah, I
snacks
love
galore.
crafty. It was amazing.
And you can get as many as you want.
Exactly,
You
and
can
they
get
don't
as many
judge
as you
me.
want. Yep.
And I'm like, damn, girl.
You can just exist on the set, like halfway ready, and then they tell you to put your wig and shoes on, and you're like, "Hey, cool." And
Okay,
then
done.
then they move you around like a little chess piece,
Mhm.
and then you're good. Like I would love to do film drag too, because
Oh,
the
we
way
should.
that they just moved
It
us
would be
on
fun.
stay on the set and stuff, and we didn't have to like do much. I was like, "Cool, put me the fuck
Shop
wherever."
here. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I do have some other stuff that I do want to start. It's in the cauldron. We haven't had all the ingredients.
you want to
yet,
keep
but-
it in mind and like, let's do.
But I want to do something that I feel will help the drag community here in Albuquerque.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I want to say it, but I don't want to like.
But you also, I totally get it
Yeah,
because
you
you want
get
to
what I'm
keep
saying,
it to
like, I just don't want
yourself to
anybody to
make it
steal my idea.
manifest. Yeah.
But I have something in the works with my best friend. We feel that it'll be really good for the community, so that's kind of like the newest thing.
That's
So,
cool.
yeah, so hopefully within this year we'll be able to
Cool.
launch or something.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah,
probably
keep it
gonna-
in the safe. Keep it locked safe.
Yeah,
And
you know, 'cause-
yeah, if you
'cause
need help
house
with
be
it, let us
sneaky.
know. But
Oh,
keep
yeah.
it locked
They'd
safe.
be sneaky, and then it's also like when you speak it, then it's sometimes like, well, I don't feel like doing it anymore.
That part too.
You know?
Yep.
And actually, fun fact, we were just talking about it yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
So really, it's like very, very fresh and brand
Hell
new. But,
yeah.
but it already has me thinking, and I'm already really, really excited.
That's how you
Cool.
get the ball rolling.
Cool. That's fun.
So, season 10, I feel like, I don't know, this is, I don't want to be the interviewer that's like, oh my God, so season 10. But like, season 10. Is there a girl that you were on with that you're like, yeah, we have a really close relationship now? Or are you just kind of like, fuck those bitches?
So I. Sorry, I had a brain fart.
I brain fart all the time too,
I do too.
especially when
I was
you
like, what was I
yeah.
gonna say? Okay, so as of right now, love all the girls.
Okay.
There was some beef with Eureka, after, kind of after filming or airing, in a sense. It wasn't really all that bad. Like I totally see where she was coming from, and it wasn't even necessarily beef. But when I left the show, I actually hated Aquaria.
Oh
I
really?
hated her, and you're gonna laugh at why. So we were getting ready for our second runway with signature looks. I already told myself, I already know I'm going home.
This was the black sparkle bodysuit.
Yeah, I was like, I already know I'm going home. Like I already felt it. So I was already like in my feels. I felt really awful, and so we're in the back getting ready for runway, and we're all lined up, about to go on stage, and she's like panicking about her belt. And so, as a sister, I lean over. I'm like, "Hey, what's going on? Let me try to help you." And she goes, "Don't touch me. I got it." And I'm like,
And you're like, oh
Okay.
my.
Oh.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
and
can imagine.
That's when the New Mexico comes out and you're like,
"Girl, I was about to fucking show her."
You're like,
Mm-mm.
listen, New
I'm like,
York.
listen here, little girl.
yeah.
And,
And she was young at the time.
Yeah, she was 21.
Yeah.
But I really was like, I realized, emotions are tense, everything. It wasn't really something to be that bothered about.
Yeah.
But then I saw her for the reveal, and it was good. She was nice to me. She was sweet. She gave me a hug. Everything was fantastic.
Yeah.
And so I mean, I'm very much like a squash it and let it be kind of person.
Right.
Yeah.
That gives me the vibe that in the time, probably because of the pressure, she was probably having sensory overload.
Oh,
And
totally.
just like, because there have been times where someone steps in on me, like even my boyfriend, and they'll be like, "Can I help?" And I'm like, "No,
Mhm.
just
I've seen
fucking
it.
woo."
Uh-huh.
And it's like, "Oh my God, I will squash you." But it doesn't actually mean anything because it's the sensory shit. And it's just like,
Yeah.
no, I get that.
And then Eureka, I don't care, I'll tell you. It happened. So right before filming, different hoes in different area codes. There was this gentleman that I had met, and we had a gentleman encounter, and yeah, it was great. It only happened 2 times. So then I noticed that they're like dating and stuff, and
Oh.
there was a picture. Like it wasn't like out there, but I could tell. I could just because I knew
Right.
both of them. Like
Right.
they were all together in the same area. And trust me, girl, like it's nothing. Like bitch, it was just a hookup,
Right.
done and done.
Right.
So there was a picture that he had posted. It was whenever like the filters were real big. Well, they still are. Half of these girls in Albuquerque use them too much.
Oh.
T, but
I-
at least you still look good. Some of these filters that these girls here that use, you look at the
It's
poster
like
and you're like, who's
fu-
that new girl?
It's like Facetune fucked up.
Well, you
Facetune
know who I'm
fucked
talking
up.
about.
Right.
I do.
Like, how dare you bot yourself with your
Literally, maybe learn how to do makeup.
iPhone? Yeah. Fair.
Anyways,
It is who I'm thinking of.
oh yeah, we're the
bro.
same. Wait, no, girl, we're here. We're here. So I commented on the picture, and it was like an old aged picture,
Mhm.
and I commented and I was like, oh, you know what? I'd still hit it, not a problem.
Right.
So then Eureka comments on it, and I can tell that the comment came from jealousy, or like, why are you talking to him?
Right.
After I talked to her, I also know why she felt that way, which made total sense. There was just a lot of issues. Oh damn. There's a lot of issues within their relationship, and I totally can understand where her insecurities were coming from.
Yeah.
So, so I text. I know how does that? Okay, hold on, let me backtrack.
No, yeah.
So
You're
I commented, and then she goes, "Oh yeah, girl, trust." She's like, "It is good." Blah 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 blah.
good. Right. Like putting her, marking her territory.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bitch, I ain't no dog. But I was just like, oh, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, girl, been there, done that. So then it got this whole thing. She ends up messaging me, what's your boy name? And I was like, Daniel Hernandez. And she was like, didn't hear anything from her. Then I text. Oh,
It's okay. I'll bleep it.
that out.
Yeah, I'll bleep it.
Oops.
Oopsiana.
Oops. Gagalina. So I text said person, and he ends up responding back like, "Oh, who's this?" Cool, not offended, but in any means. And then I was like, "Oh, well, it's me." Blah, blah. He was like, "Oh my God." He was like, "I am so sorry. I'm doing damage control."
Mhm.
So my comment fucked up everything. Poor thing. And then afterwards, for a while, and it was basically like when I guess they were still dating. I don't know. I'm not a calculator, so I don't know. But they they were their issues, whatever. But I think they still continued for a little bit. But she didn't really talk to me much after that. Like she stopped commenting on my stuff, stopped just kind of like interacting, which I get. Like if she was upset, fine. I mean, whatever. But that's probably the only beef that I've had.
Work.
Yeah.
If you really
Honest-
consider that.
Honestly, the vibe of the entire cast of season 10 is like everyone seems pretty chill actually.
Yeah,
Like,
everyone.
it seemed like it was pretty like a really enjoyable set to be on.
Except for Aquaria and Cracker at the time.
Oh yeah, for them. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
thank God.
Was
That's-
that
that was
like a
white people, don't
production thing?
Girl, probably.
Probably.
They-
But I also know it was kind of an issue with them. But I
think
I
it
just
was-
wonder if it's stuff that it was like, let's give production this context and let's play off of
I
it.
think it was inflamed by production because I know from what I've been told that it was a thing that was around when they were back in New York
Yes,
because everyone kept.
it was true. The fact that people were saying that Miss Cracker was trying to copy Aquarium, that was of course all the speculation and stuff. But one thing I will say about Cracker is Cracker planned and was so precise about everything. She had a book
Yes,
all of her
I saw the
pictures.
book. Yes,
It was real. It really
Yep.
was real. And she had every outfit planned, new, like down to the earrings, to the bracelet. Yeah,
Mhm.
it was really. So I don't think that you could say she was really copying her because she already had everything done,
Right.
you know, and stuff like
right.
that. But it was definitely pushed. It was promo week. We're doing promos. Mayhem comes up to me and she goes, "Did you leave me a letter?" And I'm like, "What?" She goes, "Did you leave me a letter when you left?" I was like, "No, I didn't." She goes, "Are you sure?" And I'm like, "Yeah, girl." I'm like, "Bitch, they were kicking me out. I had to pack my shit. I ain't got time to write you a fucking letter." And then
Right.
she was just like, "Okay." And I was like, "Why?" And she's like, "Well, after your elimination, I went to my workstation and there was a letter saying, 'Watch out, you're next.'"
She really
But-
said 7 days.
Gagged.
Imagine
Yeah.
she gets eliminated in 7 episodes. But yeah, so that was that. So like, there are things with production that do get pushed.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of
So
course.
I
of
could tell
course.
they were probably needing some sort of drama. They're like, "Hey, actually, we found out these two. Let's do this."
Right.
So
I had a question regarding something that you had brought up once to me that I just wanted to know tea about if you're down. I remember hearing from you once that you were supposed to be on 4 episodes.
no, usually what I say is I was on the best 4 episodes.
Oh.
The first 2 and the last 2.
Oh.
I'm like, "No, I wish, girl.
I could have sworn it was on a like the end of the night though.
Yeah, probably, girl.
It was at
Probably.
the end of the
But
night.
I do usually say that when people are like, "Well, how many episodes were
Because
you
it
on
is
for?"
4 episodes.
Yeah.
Duh. Yeah, it is 4 episodes.
So it's
Because
just
the
like-
last 2.
I was like, I was on the best ones, and they're like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I was on the first 2 and the last 2."
Duh.
So you don't even watch. You don't even need to watch
Duh.
the middle. Just watch the first 2 and last 2.
Yep,
And you're good.
and then you're good. Oh my
Um,
god, yeah, you and the reunited with the popcorn.
Yes.
Yes.
Girl, it
yes,
was
I do
iconic.
remember.
And I
That
knew
was
that I didn't want them to
iconic.
flag me for branding, so I took my own Ziploc bags, bitch.
Word.
my God.
I love
I
that.
popped that shit in the hotel room, put it in a Ziploc bag. So I was like, I'm gonna act as fool when I do this. But see, that was like
Mood.
shit that like I do stupid shit like that.
Yeah, no, you
You
were
know what I mean?
fabulous for like
Yeah.
you were fabulous for B-roll. You were fabulous for like getting those shots needed while they're like talking and stuff because they can use it in all sorts of things.
Yeah, and so like that, like if I would have just had that energy going into it, I probably would have lasted 4 episodes.
No, yeah, I loved that. I loved that. Wow, on TikTok was using your shade button.
I know. I kept
For
seeing it.
Poe.
I was like,
Yeah.
Yep. No, yeah, I
Yeah.
And I'm
always
all-
loved seeing it. I'm like, it's the only ad I like, honestly.
No, really, and actually, I think it's like one of the top 3 videos still so far. It's still pinned on their
Oh,
profile.
I love
I
that.
love it.
But I'm like, World
You're
of
in, like,
Wonder.
that
call
Yeah,
me-
wow, hello.
dress, and you
Wow,
have the,
call
like,
It's a
her.
suede with a little Kim K bob.
Yeah,
I was trying to
yeah.
get very Kim K.
Yeah,
used to
wow,
quote
please
that a
call
lot
wow,
because-
please call Kalorie, please.
I'm ready, girl.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Get her. I think you are ready, honestly. I do think that going into something like that, you could be a lot more set up.
So, with that in mind, when you were on season 10, I mean, obviously everyone has their ideas for Snatch Game. What was like what were you planning on going in with?
So originally, I was gonna go in. Oh, so on my audition tape, I did Kim Kardashian, Joanne the Scammer, and Bon Qui Angela Johnson.
Ooh, okay.
So did all that, but then whenever we were gonna go, I was actually gonna switch it to Valentina, and then I was gonna like have this whole thing of, like masks, you know, because she wanted to take them off.
Right.
At the time, my makeup was sort of Valentina-esque in a way.
Yeah,
I
see
can
what
see
you
that.
mean.
Yeah.
With like the way that I did like my eyebrows,
The way
and
that you
stuff.
did your cut crease in your brows. Yeah.
Like there was a certain inspiration from her.
Yes.
And so I was like, well, I could pull this off. I'll do the white dress part, you know, with the flowers and the bun, blah 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 blah. But then they told me that I couldn't. They're like, because
Oh.
the rule is you can't do it with the queen.
Boo.
Oh, because I think didn't they like? Because I know season 9 they had a couple.
Which is
that
weird
did it.
because they allowed that literally in season 7.
Yeah, because Nina
But it
did
wasn't.
it.
It wasn't until after that they
Oh,
got
they
rid of it.
cut it.
And
Oh.
If I'm not mistaken, I think it was the season after Violet one because she did Alyssa
Right.
Edwards.
Well,
Yeah,
they
she
said-
did
'cause-
Alyssa and Max
Bob-
did Sharon.
Yes.
Well, and then season 9 Nina did Jasmine Masters.
She did do Jasmine Masters.
oh, she did. So maybe it was after season 9.
I think that's
so
what
by
it
season
was.
10 they were just like, we're gonna nix this because another girl's gonna do it and then it's gonna become like a habit
Yeah.
probably.
Which is weird because like I get it. Some of them weren't the greatest, but like
I think they
Nina's
should
was
allow it
good.
though. Yeah,
She wasn't
and
bad.
I quote it all the time. It's
I'm
fucking
Jasmine
funny.
Masters, and I got something to say.
Doesn't
RuPaul
matter.
done fucked up
You know what I
drag. They
mean?
just wear bras and panties, which honestly I do.
Yeah.
When last Fierce Friday I went to, I wore bra, panty, and waist trainer with
Fuck
a
it up,
coat.
girl.
And I
Drag
was
is
like,
evolving, girl.
it's fun.
I'm over here looking like a loofah.
I did that red
Did you
balloon
make
animal.
this? Did you make this?
No, God, and I'm gonna butcher her name, so I'm so sorry if you see this girl. Yahira Designs in Houston. No, yeah, Houston.
Cute.
She makes all of my
Oh.
Tool stuff. She loves Tool.
It looks
I-
fabulous.
Yeah,
Don't you
it's
just love
wonderful.
when you
It's
find
very
that
well
one girl?
done.
Like it feels like every time I see a designer, they always have that one thing that they're like, "Oh my god, can't get enough." Like,
Well, she's great at
Tool or-
everything, but like Tool in particular, I love her Tool stuff. Like, I'm obsessed with that.
right?
Yeah.
Good shit. Good
Um,
shit.
One of my last questions regarding drag races, we won't pester you too much about
Oh, I don't care,
about
girl.
it.
I'm down for whatever.
Is there anything you would have done differently?
Well, yeah. I
Like
mean,
let's say if you go back to All Stars in comparison to season 10 what would you like do differently maybe as far as like maybe based off the packet you had?
so if with the packet that I had at that time when I went, I definitely would have chosen to not be so quiet and subdued.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, you know me, I'm a loudmouth bitch. I was very quiet, subdued. Wasn't really just. I wasn't demanding the attention, and I
Yeah,
do that.
you really have to like
I do that
orchestrate
everywhere
the
else
room.
I am.
Right, and you
Like-
are good at what's the word for it?
Demanding presence.
Demanding, but there's another one. I just forget. But yeah, you have a good demanding presence where you're
Yeah,
like,
and-
I need to do this right now, and like here I am,
And this is
here
what
I
I'm
go.
gonna do.
Yeah.
Like, so I wish I would have done that, and then also my choices in outfits would have been a lot different. Like during the design challenge, I'm sorry, I would not have been able to have changed that outcome because I'm not a designer. Do I
Right.
know
Yeah,
how?
but
do
the
I-
money, honestly, that was like
Well,
really
so-
iconic. Though.
Well, there was things though that like with that like it was a copy from the Money Ball, but what a lot of people don't understand is I actually was taking inspiration from my drag mom Sabrina Williams. Woohoo, House of Williams.
I love Sabrina. The first time I went out and dragged Sabrina, thought I was an actual lady.
Oh, I
And
love
I was
that.
like, I love her.
And
But so Sabrina,
she never gives compliments.
I like her a lot. So she inspired you with that look.
Yes, because she went.
Oh, really?
She went and competed at All American Goddess, and I believe this was the year that she got first runner up. Her creative gown, she came out in a money bag, let go of the money bag, it dropped into a full gown, and like the train was all these dollar bills, gold sequin bodysuit,
Wow.
coins, a little chest on top of her head. So people were like, "Oh, you're doing the money ball. You're doing the money ball." No, bitch, I'm doing my drag mom.
No,
Right.
right.
So, but it didn't come out anything. It just didn't come out the way it was
Did you-
supposed to.
Did you tell them at all on set that it was based off your drag mom, and did they cut it out, or is it just you didn't mention it?
I mean, probably.
Maybe,
they
yeah.
did cut out some shit though. So whenever you watch season 10, I believe it was Monet that asked me. She goes, "So what's drag like in New Mexico?" And I was like,
Yes.
"What
drag? Yeah.
So what I said after was, "What drag? I'm a woman."
Oh, but they got that editor got
Shady.
you.
Shady,
Oh, that
shady.
editor got you in post. That's
So
so,
they don't.
fucked.
They don't. A lot of people don't know, or when I did tell them what happened, people weren't like accepting of the apology or whatever. They were offended. But honestly,
Right.
girl, if you're going to take offense, take offense. I don't
well,
care.
and I think we've talked about this a bit before on other episodes of the show that like Albuquerque is little. It's a little city. Like
Mhm.
we're not as big and boisterous as we think we are sometimes from the
Yes.
outside. And I'm like, honestly, we aren't Denver and Los Angeles and New York and Chicago and Dallas.
Shit, even
I was
Oklahoma
like,
City,
right in Oklahoma. I'm like, we're
oh.
actually not those places. And there is a part of it where, like, as shady as it sounds, sometimes it is like, yeah, what drag? Because it was honestly at the time, it was a lot smaller. It's actually more recently gotten
Oh yeah,
so
the,
much bigger.
the community, even from when I was on Drag Race, was not even to what it is now.
It was
There's
pretty
so many new
petite.
girls.
Right.
So many of the seasoned girls are the I don't want to say older
Seasoned queens, but yeah, I
Yeah.
think
of Albuquerque are still here. You know, it's like,
yeah,
but at that time, I was saying like, no, this ain't drag, bitch. I'm a woman.
right. You're a
Like,
lady,
I am a
right?
lady.
You're a fishy
I
lady.
do lady things.
But yeah, they got you in
Henny.
post.
But yeah, but I would probably change my outfit choices. Kind of like backtracking to that question that we were talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
Before we got sidetracked.
That's what we do on the show.
It's okay.
Yeah, we do
I
it
feel
to-
like I
we
fit
do it
right
to
in, bitch.
everyone.
Hello, ADHD.
ADHD crew,
ADHD.
yes. Neurodivergent crew.
And then, so for our challenge, whenever we were debriefed, they told us that the runway theme was best drag, signature look. And our prompt that we got,
That's so vague.
they told us to do one look for best drag and then one look for signature look. So, right.
So, is there a clip somewhere that they have in their archive of you in signature look walking the runway and it's just not on the show?
No.
Okay,
so
go.
It was even that episode, RuPaul even named it different. It wasn't signature look best drag situation. That was just what production was telling us. And I remember Aisha asking, she's like, "Well, what do you want? Do you want our best drag or do you want our signature look?" They're like, "Whatever you feel fits both." And I'm like, "Well, that's not fair. Like, my
Right.
signature look
Hello.
is mesh, rhinestones.
Right, and showing body.
Yeah, like that's my signature look. My best drag was something else. I mean, it was a gown, but I mean, it was sparkly.
Right. It was like
Still,
a.
like if it's your best drag, then it's just such a subjective category.
Yeah,
So it feels like you're set up to fail.
thank you.
Yeah, it feels like
Yeah.
you're set up, and not even maybe just set up to fail, but I think what they, because I'm sure if you come at production and you tell them that, let's say you come at them and you're like, set up to fail because you do,
Look
this
at
is
what
how
happened
you
with
structure
4G.
it, this is your system.
Yeah.
They might look at you and be like, well,
Well, yes.
it's almost, well, yes, but it's almost like a secret challenge backstage where they want to know what girls are willing to look at that and maybe be like, fine, here's this, I guess, and what they want and what they most like as far as what
Right,
production
right.
likes. And they kind of want to challenge you maybe to like know how to be right in the middle. But sometimes it's like, girl, there is no middle when you do these two words.
Mhm.
Signature look and best drag. Those are kind of
But with the repertoire or with the closet that I did take, if I could have changed anything, I had this Power Ranger outfit and with this sequin cover up.
cute.
yeah.
So what I would have liked to have done is come out in the sequin cover up, take it off into the Power Ranger, maybe do like a cartwheel down the stage.
Cute.
So that's really like how I would have changed it. If I could
Right.
go back and change it, that's what I would change.
That's really cool. Honestly, do you
Yeah.
still have the Power Ranger look?
Oh yeah, bitch, that was my baby. I will never get rid of her.
Oh, I love that.
There's so many
Hell
missing
yeah.
rhinestones, but
What color is it?
it's pink.
Oh, it's the Pink Ranger. I
that's
love
awesome.
her.
Yeah.
That's so
Shout out
cute.
to Kimberly Joe
That's cute.
or Ashley
Um,
Joe. Her name's Ashley Joe.
I guess maybe getting off of Drag Race for now.
Mhm.
What are your opinions on New Mexico drag as of recently? Like with it being a lot bigger and more boisterous now, and there being more girls and more, not even just girls, but just more gays and theys and creatures about. What do you think?
I think it's different, first of all, but different in like a good way. Because when I started drag here in Albuquerque, it was still very early lift off. It wasn't where it is now at
Mhm.
all. You were lucky if you got any type of compensation for drag. Drag was definitely just like a fun thing that you do every once in a while, or a fun thing that you do you don't get paid for. Blah blah blah. Blah. You'd be lucky if you made good tips, kind of situation.
Right.
But I've always felt like when you're not green, you're not growing. So I love that the Albuquerque community has changed and has grown so much bigger that you see so much more diversity.
True.
Because like back then when I started, it was all the same thing. It was all very cookie cutter, same drawstring ponytails with slicked back, pageants galore. Which I say I miss is the old school days of pageantry. How every pageant was packed the house down.
I know. Yeah.
That was a good time. But
I wish that for every pageant. Like,
But it's just not the
it's
same.
hard.
People don't want to compete anymore. That was the only way you could really get glorified back in the day was through pageants.
Mhm.
But now it's all about what pictures you post and what you do and the look
Right.
you're serving. Like,
yeah.
so I totally get it. But
I mean, there's still like bloodbath. Bloodbath, like,
Well-
is the big one.
yeah, but
But that's like a yearly thing.
Right.
Whereas
And
like
it's
back
also-
then there was way more of a culture where like most weekends there's
yeah, it was
Oh,
like
that
we
makes
had
sense.
pageant season.
right,
Like
right.
it was
Crazy.
Duke City, All American Goddess at Large, All American Goddess, New Mexico Enchanted Star, New Mexico US of A Newcomer, US of A for men and women, Yeah, it was pageant
Wow, yeah, that's a good list.
It just feels
But-
like there's not a lot of people. Like I've talked to people about that, and they just don't have that incentive.
Yeah, well, it's the glorification.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that anymore.
Mhm.
You can get all the glory you want on social media.
Right, you can now go do looks and get on Instagram and like go to clubs now and
Yeah,
just
Exactly.
kind of be a club girl.
So
And you also don't have to be obsessed with titles.
exactly.
Yeah.
Crown whore. I'm glad that those are gone. Well,
Yeah.
there's still some around, but
It's like roaches.
yeah,
Just
literally
little like
roaches,
we're putting little
maggots.
roach traps around, and we're being like, all right, go in those.
But no, but I really do love it. I love that it's changed. Like how I said earlier, with you in particular, because you're sitting here. Just the growth and the change. Like even like Gemma Roy at Chocolate Factory, like obsessed with her.
Love her.
I
we
love
just had
Gemma.
her on the show.
Yeah, I
Oh,
love
did you?
Gemma.
Love that.
We did, yeah.
But I just love the growth. I love the change. I just love it. I love the change, basically. So
I've been liking the update too. It's
Yeah,
nice.
good.
It's
really good.
nice.
The
The only
I love how confident that I see a lot of performers that are like up and coming have become. Like now that there's more spaces to go and perform, I feel like you're seeing so many people finding their niche.
yes, or just finding themselves.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
At the same time, though, I sometimes do wish there were more spaces in Albuquerque, but
Very.
like you can't, like
You can never have too many.
yeah, like I would love to own a club. Or
I'd
like
love
We've
for-
talked
I'd
about
love
it.
for like Albuquerque to have a Hamburger Mary's.
Me too.
Yes.
Wouldn't it be so fun?
yeah, I think I
Those are
agree
some of
too.
the best gigs I've ever done. Were at Hamburger Mary's.
I literally watched you can watch an Undercover Boss with Hamburger Mary's.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
there's a Hamburger Mary's
Oh, that'd
Undercover
be
Boss
so
episode.
cool.
And you actually learn about the brothers that own it and how they originally weren't doing drag, they just owned it. And then some of the girls they had hired started falling through and stuff, so they decided to get in drag one day and do the shows, and they loved it, so they do drag. And they now, like, I think I don't know if it's still a chain or if they do sell them out to some people, but like they still own it. And I've been to the one in Miami.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, because my friend
Mhm.
and I went to see Lady Gaga in Miami, and so we went to Hamburger Mary's, and it was fun. It's such a fun, like, fucking bottomless mimosas for like $10.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
that sounds so
great. I
good.
love that
I
place.
mean, I got a big bottom too, so.
But yeah, I would love a Hamburger Mary's. I would love to see like another like small club open up as far as being just like spaces you can be in drag.
Yes, I agree.
Because really, as far, in my opinion, I could be, correct me if I'm wrong, but like you really only have Soch, sides, and then you do have FX. But FX sometimes does get a little bit taken over by the entirety of Albuquerque.
Yes.
So it's not as much of a space you can just like be in drag in sometimes. It's kind of time and place. You could, but like,
And you'll
It's a
have
little
your,
time
like,
and
little
place.
gigs here and there, but
yeah,
But
I'm
it's
just talking
definitely not-
about spaces to go out
Right.
And it's-
randomly.
Yeah, and it's not like even if we have those little spaces here and there, it's not like we're social club and sidewinders are like it's all entirety like
right.
as our safe space.
Mm-hmm.
Because even with me being glamorous and high whore drag, like I still sometimes get intimidated going into straight places.
Me too.
Yeah, same.
Me
like,
too. Yep.
Especially since even outside of drag, like I am still very very openly queer.
Yep.
In what I do and how I act, and as we all know, the world isn't as safe as we like it to be.
Yep.
And so yeah, so I agree. I wish there was more places, like maybe like a restaurant place.
Yeah, somewhere you can eat would be
Even,
nice.
like a coffee shop, like a gay coffee shop.
Yeah,
Oh,
that'd be cool.
Mitch,
So
that'd be so
nice.
cute.
Yeah, because you could have little drag things there, and it can be other spaces where people can dress up how they want, and also be in a space that feels more safe.
Yeah.
You know where I want to check out though? I want to check out Dry Heat Comedy.
Ooh, yeah. I've
They're
heard about
that comedy
too.
place right
Yeah.
here. They have weekend comedy shows, and they have an open mic sometimes. And I'm like,
Girl, if you go in looking like this, they're gonna
yeah,
laugh at
they're gonna
you,
laugh
like,
so
perfect.
hard. They're gonna laugh so hard.
I'm just kidding.
No, I would love to. I just don't have like a scripted comedy set. And comedy
Same.
stand up is hard.
It's hard.
Like
Girl.
stand up is real hard. But I try once. You know what else I want to try on this show?
What?
A game show.
Oh,
Yeah,
that'd be
we do-
fun.
we
Yeah,
wanna
I
a
want to
game
do.
show.
That would be
we're-
really cute.
We're gonna get like buzzers and stuff, and they have a TV that they'll set up right here sometimes, so we can just set it up as a monitor for the
Oh,
questions.
that would be so cute.
and then I can just shop over the questions to make
Yeah.
it clear.
Mhm.
And like, yeah, sometime I want to do a game show.
That'll be cute.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I don't have any other questions at the moment. What about you, girl?
So, okay. One of my favorite girls of the community happens to be your daughter. Right, you know where I'm going with this. Carmelita.
Oh God.
Oh, I love your daughter, Carmelita, also.
I Girl, we're talking shit about you. Okay, I love you. But honestly, like I feel like she has such a breath of fresh air because she does so much that I don't see around here. Like the first time I saw her was at the leather and lace pageant.
It's when I gave birth to her.
Fucking amazing. And I didn't know who she was. And then she came out and was like, bitch, I play every instrument known to man.
Mm-hmm.
You just saw her out one day and was she just like out one day?
No, it was very much like what she had said. We had went to Leather and Lace. I was going to compete that year, but I actually decided not to.
Mm.
So I'm sitting in the audience, and then I see her come out, and she does this like buchana talent number, and like me being first generation Mexican, like when I saw that, it just made me feel like I was home with, like,
Oh,
with
that's
my
so
family.
cool. Yeah.
So then I was like, oh my God, I love her. Like, she's cute, she's fat, like I like her. Like, she has good presence. So after she competed, she didn't win. I mean, if you saw what she took, you'd know why she didn't win. But it's okay. She didn't know
Well,
me.
Dietrich
She
came
didn't know
out
me.
with that 98% vanilla thing, and I was like, well,
She
she's
was-
got the
I mean,
bag.
hey,
she
she
was
still
still a
won.
little orphan drag. She
Yeah.
was
Very.
she didn't have a mommy.
It's like she had it, but she just didn't know how to like direct it.
yeah.
So then I went to the back and I just started talking to her, and I was like, oh, like, what's going on? Where are you from? She's like, oh, I'm from Hobson, New Mexico, which is like an hour away from
Wow,
Roswell.
Right. Yes.
So I was like, okay, come on, small town girly. And I was like, what do you do? And, oh, I'm music, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, well, what's your name? And she's like, oh, my name is High Migration. And I was like,
high migration.
high migration, like immigration.
Right.
That's so good. Reyes is sitting there going, excuse me, that was my name.
Imagine. And so then I was just like, okay. I was like, well, it's cute. I mean, I honestly didn't like it. I'm sorry, daughter. I didn't like it.
We're sorry.
Full
So,
truth
Full,
confessional.
full tea. We were spilling the tea, bitch, and they didn't give me no drugs, no alcohol either, which I didn't know this was going to be a dry set. No, I'm just kidding.
I wish it wasn't.
Oh my gosh, could you
So
imagine?
then we were talking, and I was like, would you be open to changing your name? And she's like, well, to what? And I was like, I mean, part of like my brand is K's. I was like, so I'd like you to change your name. I was like, but if you want to keep it something like Mexican, like maybe like concha, because like the little bread with
Yeah,
the sugar
yeah.
on top.
Oh,
I was like, you could be
That is
you could be
adorable.
Concha, you could be cabrona. You
Oh
could
my God.
be yeah. We were just like trying to come up with all these things, and then
Yeah.
she'd finally she was like, well, how do you feel about Carmelita? And I was like, I love that.
Yeah,
And
because
I was
it's like
like,
caramel.
Caramel. Like
Yeah.
it sounds
Yeah.
like
It's
it sounds
sweet,
like
it's
food.
sugary.
Then it's also sweet, and then it's Mexican. You know the word Hispanic, Latin, whatever you want to call it. So it worked out, and then I will say the other day, was it last night? Yeah, I think it was last night for Deja show. The iconic and legendary Miss Madison Erics came up to me, which she's somebody that I've held to such a high standard. Like when I started drag, she was like the queen to be. She was the one, other than Sabrina. But she came up to me and she goes, "You made a good choice with this one," and I was like, "What? What? What?"
Mhm.
She goes, "You made a really good choice. I love her," and I'm like, "Wow." Like,
You're like, hello, God.
That's
Fuck
what I
yeah.
like to see.
so
There is a God in it, and they love you.
literally,
you-
like the
you
drag
did
gods
it.
finally,
Yeah, the
finally,
drag God's blessed.
finally blessed me. And don't get me wrong, I love my drag children. I do.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
I was
But
gonna say you got a couple.
her, Cardio, and
Katana.
Katana. I just wish Cardio would come out and drag more. Like she's
she.
so sickening, but like
I love
She
her.
is
she comes out
sickening,
so strong for like 2 days, and then she disappears.
and then she's like, bye, girl.
She hides behind Vitani.
Yeah,
She's
my
like, I
one
never want to
drag-
be seen again.
My one drag child is like that too. And I'm like,
Oh, I know. Which by the way, I hate her.
Yeah, she needs that.
Last time
low-key.
I saw her, I'm like, who told you? She's like, who told you me what? And I'm like, who told you to look this good? Go home. I was already thinking I was gonna be the
no.
prettiest girl at the party.
Yeah, that little bitch.
Yeah, no, I love her though. But yeah, but I love Carmelita. I love all my drag children. I have one boy named Santana.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's on like on a hiatus kind of situation. I mean, I don't know if he'll ever come back, but I'm still his mama. He's still alive to me. He's just on a very long vacation.
Right, exactly.
Extended.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's in
extended,
one. He's
exactly.
over at the islands, you know.
True.
What is something maybe that you would change, or maybe like what are some issues that you have viewed or see within the New Mexico drag scene? I always like to. I don't want to even bring it up as like tea. I just like bringing things like that up because I think
No, totally.
it's needed. I
It's
think
important
convos
to
are
bring
needed.
it up because I feel like for so long the community was very like, oh well, let's just not talk about it,
Right.
Because
Hush, hush. Keep it hush, hush.
right,
I don't know necessarily if it would be something bad per se, but like one thing I noticed last year when I had my knee injury was that there wasn't really a lot of like handicap accessible places.
true.
So like, what if
I cannot forget you doing your damn number
In my
you-
wheelchair?
In your wheelchair,
Yeah.
and I was like, what a
Pretty
fucking
good.
icon!
I'm a Gypsy Rose, eat your fucking heart out, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Which shout out to her for getting out of jail. But yeah, that's the one thing that I noticed, and it kind of made me think like, are there other people in this community that might be disabled that might want to do drag but don't have access or the ability to get up on the stage with the stairs? Like, why aren't there ramps involved? Why
That's
isn't
very true.
you know like
I
that's
agree.
one thing
Yeah.
that I did notice, and I mean I guess you don't really notice until it happens to you. But I kind of would like that to change. I'd like to see if maybe there's not just people who have knee injuries, but
right.
people who are wheelchair bound.
People who are disabled permanently.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, like what if I really would like there to be a space for people like that or people who are going through that to be able to still have the stage, because even when I couldn't work because of my knee situation, like I was still able to like roll around in a wheelchair. But like
Exactly.
God, trying to get it up the stairs and
And
get
into
somebody to set it up for me, and
places,
then,
yep.
then I have to hobble, and I'm already fat, like then fat and
Right.
disabled. You know, trying to hobble, like girl,
Right.
She said, "Pick a struggle."
literally pick a struggle, bitch.
Exactly.
So yeah, but it was
This
just
is why I check on my mom's health at all times, because I'm like, if you do anything, I'm gonna be the one that has to take care of you, and I'm not. I don't want to do that.
yeah.
I
So,
love my
Move.
mother.
But honestly, I agree. Like, because there are not a lot of accessible spaces that happened literally to Comic Con here.
oh yeah,
Yeah, there was some bad shit that happened. I don't know what the exact tea is, but
I
apparently,
remember that.
something happened where the space, I think, as far as the parking, was like severely inaccessible to disabilities. It was like not ADA friendly and like literally could have had lawsuits and like really illegal. And they brought it up, and some dude who partially runs Comic Con was like, "Not my problem, contact the city. Why are you being rude to me? You need to contact the city, it's not my problem." And people got pissed. It was all over Facebook. And people got really mad. And I was like, yeah, because a lot of disabled people like doing regular things. Hello, like going to
Shocker.
Comic Con.
just because they're disabled don't mean
Shocker.
they don't like to do things.
Right,
you
shocker.
know?
They don't like to literally just live on a bed at home.
Yeah, so
And
that's-
like, so,
I mean, I do.
I think you're so
but
right.
That's just because I'm lazy.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Rock
I
girl wheelchair
still
is a
partake-
real thing.
I still partake in the elevators and the escalators. Trust me.
No, I agree.
That's
So
right.
it's like I totally agree with that. I think we do need to have it more ADA accessible, especially at the places that we frequent a lot. Like it's not like awful there, but I think you're right
it's
with
not
the stage.
awful, but I think that there could be improvements.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's fabulous.
And another thing I probably miss is like the old school grit. When somebody would talk shit, you get hit. But now-
Nowadays, it's like,
Bitches
let me
don't
make
fight.
a big
Yeah.
Facebook post.
Bitches don't
and we all
fight.
know who it's about, but
Yeah.
Oh, we're
Unlike
gonna
me,
have
where I tag
ambiguous-
them.
We're gonna have
Ugh.
ambiguous Facebook posts where it's like, I don't want to be.
Do better.
And
Do
I don't.
better.
Yeah,
It's
I don't
oh,
like.
no, just say it.
just say it.
Yeah, like let's just not have any of a go around. And if it
But
does
then
equal
again,
out
there
when
are
people,
girls who do that, and I'm like, girl.
but if it does equal out when people arguing, then like fine. Sometimes a little chaos is like necessary as long as you're willing to work it out.
My mom says that I thrive off of chaos, and I've never
It's
never
because
felt
you're a
so
Gemini.
seen. Queerly disturbed. Do you thrive off chaos? Because I do. Queerly disturbed.
It's because it's that
Yes.
Mercury energy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. I thrive off of some chaos as well. Yeah, no, it's fun.
Oh, I love it. Sorry. See, I didn't even have the mic turn. I'm always God.
Well, this has been fabulous, honestly.
This is great, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so
yeah,
honored.
thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
I'm
having.
honored to be your first celebrity. on your
Thank you.
on your
Yeah,
show.
I'm so honored to have you as our first celebrity guest.
Yeah,
Like,
of
thank
course.
you. This has been fabulous.
And you should receive the check invoice in
Thank
about
you.
like 5
Yeah,
days.
bill me here soon.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, bill me here soon. I got you. Well, we're here. We're queer, and we're ready to eat rear.
Munch crunch.
Yeah. Munch, munch, crunch, crunch.
Silky
Mm,
nutmeg nosh.
Yummy.
Yeah, if she can make it on Drag Race, I should be able to too.
I love her.
Exact. Yeah. No.
Okay, I'm just
with the
saying.
Sharpie
but
eyebrows.
You know what?
Yeah.
Listen,
No.
Listen, that bubble hair.
Oh,
Oh my
bitch.
Yeah, that bubble hair.
That
is
was
pretty
great.
Icon.
That was
Amazing.
great.
Well,
yeah.
this has been Queerly Disturbed. I'm Jon'Moll.
I'm Carly Rico Quinn.
And I'm a disappointment.
Oh! And this is my lovely auntie, Miss Kalorie Karbdashian Williams. I always say Williams at the end, even though you literally told me, like, you don't have
It's
to
all
say it
good.
at the
It's all
end.
good. And like to kind of like set the record straight, like it is no ill will towards Sabrina. She's still my drag mom. I still fully accept her, but part of my brand was Kardashian.
Exactly.
So it was Kim Kardashian
sense.
West.
Right.
I was Kalorie Kardashian Williams. But she got a divorce.
Right.
and
So
now
you
she's
have
just-
to, right. So,
So I'm like, I have to follow her.
now you
Like,
just have
so now I'm just
Kardashian.
Kardashian. And also like I'm trying to build my legacy.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
that's also-
That's what I do kind of with my name. Like, you know, it's Carly Rico Quinn because it's my middle name. But then, like, when I do stuff that's important
you.
it's Carly Quinn.
Yeah.
You know, that's my brand.
Yeah. So no ill will at all.
But it's my parents know.
My dad always called this the Long Carlisle Goodbye.
I love
the
that.
drag goodbye.
I love that.
Well, we love you guys. Like and subscribe. See you later.
Remember, keep it cute.
Bye.
Bye, Mom.